Mpenzi mtazamaji, ukiwa na tumeketi kitako hapa kama wakula, kwa sababu tayari tunao wageni wawili ni wadogo kweli kweli, hata nasi basi ni kama kongamano la watu wadogo, lakini tayari katika mkono wangu wa kushoto David Maguta ambaye sasa ni bingwa mkuzaji wa kahawa mdogo. Karibu sana David. Vile vile kule unavyomwona Brenda Nyanduko, yeye ni mkufunzi kuhusiana ujuzi katika sekta ya kahawa. Karibu sana. Lakini kwako moja kwa moja nianze nawe David, swali langu kubwa ni nini msukumo ambao umekusukuma uingie katika sekta ya kahawa?
Well, sekta ya kahawa very fulfilling na inasaidia community yangu as well as familia yangu.
Now you studied aviation.
Yes.
And also you worked as a marketer in a retail shop here in Kenya.
Yeah.
What led you to the switch of now I want to fully become a coffee farmer and leave what I was doing and also what I studied, because you're a private license holder from aviation?
Yes. Well, I got into coffee by chance, and we can say that curiosity led me there. Well, I've always wanted to be in business, but I got to learn that the ins and outs of coffees are much more better, much more fulfilling. So in my curiosity, I learned a lot, and now I'm here today.
Yeah.
All right.
Kwako Brenda vile vile, swali kama hilo tu, ni msukumo upi ambao umekufanya ukaamua ndo kahawa kabisa?
First, let me say curiosity. It's the first drive. Nimelelewa kwa community ambayo wanakuza kahawa, lakini ni small scale. So kutokana na ile harvest season, kuchukua hizo cherry nini, kuna ile curiosity ya kutaka kujua ni nini kinafanyika baada ya hapo. Alafu pia gaining an extra skill. Yeah.
Right. At just 25 years old, you are a coffee skills instructor. Yeah. Now, when we're talking about these coffee skills, what are they?
So in coffee, we have different modules we train. We have the barista skills, we have roasting skills, we also have sensory, there is green coffee analysis, there is the technical part also. So those are just some of the few skills that we have in the coffee industry.
All right.
Yes.
Kabla ni kuachilie, ningependa sana labda ueleze kwa ufupi tu ile ambaye anakutazama na wajiuliza barista skills na maanisha nini, na yale yote umeeleza, labda ufafanua kidogo tu.
Barista skills ni tunasema kudeal na kahawa. That is the end product sasa, kutoka kahawa ikitoka kwa shamba, the end product yenye tunapata kwa kikombe. Sasa hiyo ndio kazi ya barista. Basically kutengeneza tu kahawa. So barista ni mtu ambaye amepewa ujuzi, it's a professional kutengeneza vikombe za kahawa. So kahawa kutengeneza si kama venye unatengeneza chai, kuweka tu majani, maji. There is a lot more that comes with making that cup of coffee. Yes.
All right, we'll be getting into finer details of the skills, but now over to you, David. I would like to know how many coffee bushes do you have at the moment, and also there's education that is required, knowledge that you need to have for you to be able to know the science of coffee farming. I'm very curious to find out, coming from the space of marketing and aviation that you was in, where did you get the knowledge that you have right now?
I'm going to start with your first question. I have 6,000 bushes of coffee. Varieties are Ruiro and SL28, SL34 and Batian. Well, in terms of skills, I learned along the way. I've learned from people who are well versed in agriculture. I also get some services from agronomists. In terms of taking care of my coffee and processing it maybe for export, I've done some courses like green coffee analysis, and I've done sensory analysis to assist me to get to know the value and know how to sell the value.
Hapo umezungumza vile vile kusema kwamba una miti ya kahawa 6,000 bana. Ni jambo rahisi kwako kutunza kahawa kiasi hicho?
Sio rahisi. Lazima ni ukuwe na strategy na plan of how utaweza, you're going to manage the 6,000 trees, because each tree iko na cost yake, and you're in business, so for every tree you want to get your maximum profit. But all in all, if with the good planning, you're able to take care of the bushes. Yeah.
All right. Now, moving to you, Brenda, being a skills instructor,
Okay.
how can you describe the current trend in the teaching space? Do we have more young people embracing this course? Are more young people interested in learning more about coffee? And what is the situation looking like on ground?
So looking at, let's say like a year ago, comparing to where we are right now, I can say there's an improvement, because right now we're embracing coffee. You know, the past few, not even the past few, even currently, we consume more of, let me just say, alcohol than coffee, which we are doing good at. But now there's that lack of knowledge. People are yet to get educated on the importance of coffee from farm level until where we are right now. But if you look at the progress that we've had in the past 1 year, we can say we are heading somewhere. So at least the number is getting big. We are learning more with the innovations we have. So we are learning more. Yes, so it's a positive in the industry.
Okay. Umezungumzia vile vile innovations zile ambazo zinakusaidia wewe mwenyewe, lakini yule ambaye anakutazama na anashangaa ukisema innovations unamaanisha nini na itanisaidia vipi kusukuma gurudumu hili la kahawa kukua katika taifa la Kenya?
So when we talk about innovations, we talk about opportunities when it comes to jobs, because dealing with coffee from farm level ndio itufikie hadi pale kwa kikombe, it's there's a process that is involved hapo katikati, and si barista peke yake atadeal nayo na si mkulima atadeal nayo, so everyone has a role to play. So when we have those many innovations, there's a creation of job opportunities, which is helpful to the youth, and something which we were not told. You know, growing up tulikuwa tunajua kazi za ofisi ndizo zinalipa, not knowing kazi za shamba pia kuna pesa mingi sana zimejificha pale. So there is processing in between when kazi ya farmer atamalizia pale kwa cherry akisha deliver. So from there whatever happens until we get it pale kwa kikombe, we also need a lot of people hapa katikati wa kufanya kazi ya mikono, kuprocess. There is also roasting involved in between. So it's an opportunity. Yes.
All right. Now, when we talk about remote farming, all right, you have 6,000 coffee bushes. For you to be able to have that and have your coffee farm doing very well, you need to be very hands-on. But you're also in the city, you know. So how do you manage to work the two locations and still make sure that you're present for your farm and you're still in Nairobi? Because a lot of young farmers struggle with the fact that I am in Nairobi. How will I go to Kiambu, to Murang'a and be a farmer? What would you advise in that situation?
Well, my advice and what I've seen working for me is having systems in place. Having systems in terms of your record keeping, integrating digital ways to put in your data. That means in terms of your weights, that's very important, your quality after every harvest or something, or you can also have team leaders per section, but you, at the end of the day, it's always good to make sure you're there on a weekly or bi-weekly basis.
Okay.
Just to follow up.
All right.
Na hapo kwa integration ya kutumia kidijitali au unafikia vipi wewe mwenyewe?
Kama kwangu mimi mwenyewe tumefanya some integration. For example, tunatumia a digital scale, platform scale yenye tuna log in our weights na tunaweza kumake our payments internally za labor na vitu zingine za tunahitaji. Yeah, digital.
So.
Right. So how much, what's the highest you've made out of a kilo of cherries after a very good harvest?
Well, I can say that if I work backwards, that maybe you can, the highest I've been paid for a kilo of cherries about 130 shillings. Profit-wise, I can give an 18 to 25% margin on that.
When it went low, how much was it?
Luckily, we don't go too low in terms of quality because it's paid according to quality. But I can give it 90 to 100 shillings.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Sasa tunaendelea kuzungumza na mabingwa hapa. Kuna David Mwaguta, yeye ni mkulima mdogo sana, anakuza kahawa, na vile vile Brenda Nyanduko, yeye vile vile ni mkufunzi katika ukuzaji wa masuala ya kahawa. Ni wadogo kweli kweli, na najua kwamba wanatiririka maarifa kuhakikisha kwamba wewe unapata kufunzwa. Twende katika mapumziko kidogo, tukirejea kungali kuna mengi.